I'm in Tiantai, Zhejiang province of China, and this is the place where in 2006 my interest in China's ghost cities began. This is the place where it all started. I walked from the bus station to what I thought was the city, and I found the place completely abandoned. It was a new district that was recently built, and it was yet to be populated by people or shops or anything. So now, 8 years later, I've returned to see how this new district has come about. If people moved in, if shops arrived, or shops opened up, and just see if the place has come alive. This is absolutely incredible. The last time I was here, there was absolutely nothing. There was just a bunch of empty buildings, a complete city area, a complete neighborhood that was completely empty. I mean, there was no shops that were open. There was no cars in the streets. There was no people. There was just empty buildings everywhere. It's a complete and total ghost town. In 8 years, this place not only became populated and come alive, but it just about completely filled up. I mean, every shop front is occupied with a business. Most of the apartments appear to be full. There's people around. There's action. The place is it not only filled up, but it normalized, right? If you walk down the streets here now and you didn't know what this place used to be in like 2006 or in the early 2000s, you would never guess that this was once one of China's ghost towns, right? And this model is kind of being replicated all over the country. If given enough time, China's ghost cities do fill up. I've been going to these places since 2006. I've been working on this project. I've been working on the Ghost Cities project. I wrote a book called Ghost Cities of China that like investigates this phenomenon all around the country. And in almost every case, if given enough time, new and empty Chinese development, almost regardless of how big it is, will fill up enough to be a fully functioning urban district. How is this possible? I mean, we're talking about a country that's migrating or urbanizing hundreds of millions of people. I mean, 270 million more people will be urbanized in this country by 2030. Right? That's incredible. And this is how it happens. They build new cities, new districts, even small. I mean, Tiantai is a small city. Are building these massive expansion programs, these massive expansion projects, and eventually they do fill up, and they do become absolutely normal towns. And it's just incredible to come back here. This is the first ghost city that I came into. I walked into it randomly. I wasn't looking for ghost cities then. I just came here. I walked out of the bus station, walked over, and I was like, "There's nobody here. Like, what's going on? What is the story here?" And that set me off on years of traveling around China, visiting new developments and so-called ghost cities, and trying to figure out what happened. And this is a good example of what happens. You know, they build these places, and when they're ready for people to really start coming, which means more. Being ready means more than just building houses, right? I mean, you need businesses, you need schools, you need entertainment, you need hospitals, you need public transportation, especially, right, before people actually move in, and that takes time. Chinese can build up the central core area of a new urban development really quickly, right? Within a matter of years. I mean, they can construct an entire city in 2 or 3 years, or what appears to be a total city in 2 or 3 years. But these places aren't right away inhabitable urban areas. They still lack a lot of essential elements. And people come in, they will buy all the properties, right? Speculators and investors come in and buy up everything, right? Which really drives up the price, which really puts a delays the vitalization process of the places, because how can a city come alive if all the buildings are, all the houses are bought by people with no intention of living there? But it's like this chicken or an egg phase. We call it the ghost city phase, between when a downtown area and some of the housing developments are built, and when a new city in China becomes inhabited. And it's a slow process, much slower than just the building of the place. I mean, they build really fast here, right? And it's a process, right? I mean, most new cities or new urban developments in China have projected timelines of around 20 years, between 17 and like 22 years. That's the time they set out. Said we're going to build a new city here, or a new district, or a new area. They say, in 20 or so years, this place will be built to house this X amount of people, and X amount of people will live here, right? As of now, there is not a single new city in the country that has gone beyond the projected timeline of how long it would take to vitalize. So all claims that these places are ghost cities are preemptive and I mean they're premature. It's premature criticism, because none of them have gone over the projected timeline, right? But what's amazing, and what's really amazing here, is that they do fill up, and this massive, insane urbanization movement, it's working. Well, it's now evening, and the streets have filled up with people. Everyone's down eating these food stalls, and there's life everywhere. This place is definitely no longer a ghost city. It's completely normal urban China.